joy in the everyday.
Yeah.
And that brings us to another crucial element of Ikigai,
Okay.
the concept of flow.
Flow. Ah, yes. That feeling of being completely absorbed in an activity where time melts away and you're totally in the zone. We've all experienced it, those moments when we're so engaged that everything else fades away. I love those moments. They're so energizing and fulfilling,
Yeah.
but they always seem to happen by chance.
Yeah.
Is there a way to make flow happen more intentionally?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Um, it might feel like flow is this kind of random thing,
Yeah.
but there are actually very specific conditions that make it much more likely to occur.
Okay.
The book goes into some fascinating research on this, particularly the work of a psychologist named Miralles Csikszentmihalyi.
Oh, wow.
Now, he dedicated his life to studying flow states, and he discovered that flow is most likely to happen when we engage in tasks that are challenging enough to keep us engaged,
Right.
but not so difficult that they overwhelm us. It's about finding that sweet spot, that Goldilocks zone,
Yeah.
where our skills and the demands of the task are perfectly aligned.
That makes perfect sense. It's like finding the right level of difficulty in a video game.
Right.
If it's too easy, we get bored, but if it's too hard, we get frustrated and quit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the book offers some really practical strategies
Okay.
for how we can find that flow state, both in our work and in our everyday lives.
Okay.
And one strategy is to actually choose tasks that are slightly outside of our comfort zone.
Okay.
This pushes us just enough
Right.
to stay engaged and motivated. The book also emphasizes the importance of having a clear objective,
Okay.
a sense of purpose that guides our actions.
That's a great point. It's like having a compass.
Yeah.
A clear sense of direction for where we want to go and why it matters.
Exactly. It's about knowing what you're working towards and why it's meaningful to you. The book gives this great example of an elevator operator in a Tokyo supermarket.
Okay.
This woman has been doing the same job for years,
Wow.
but she approaches it with this sense of purpose and joy. She finds flow in the small details,
Right.
in her interactions with customers, in the simple act of providing a service.
That's a great reminder that flow isn't just about these grand achievements.
Yeah.
It's a state of mind that we can cultivate in any activity, even the seemingly mundane ones.
Precisely. And here's another key to unlocking flow.
Okay.
Minimizing distractions.
Right.
Especially in our kind of tech-saturated world.
Yeah.
The book cites research showing that multitasking
Yeah.
actually decreases our productivity
Oh, wow.
and makes it harder to achieve flow.
Interesting.
It's about being present,
Right.
focused,
Yeah.
and fully immersed in the task at hand.
That's so true. I'm definitely guilty of multitasking.
Yeah.
I always have multiple tabs open my phone buzzing with notifications.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm constantly switching between tasks,
Yeah.
but never really focusing on any one thing.
Right.
It's exhausting.
It's a common challenge.
Yeah.
But the good news is that there are things we can do
Okay.
to create an environment that's more flow-friendly. The book suggests simple strategies like turning off notifications.
Yeah. Setting aside dedicated time for focused work.
Right.
And even creating physical spaces that are free from distractions. It's about taking back control of our attention and creating space for those deep, immersive experiences that bring us joy and fulfillment.
It's about being intentional with our time and energy,
Yeah,
choosing to focus on what truly matters.
absolutely.
Okay, so we've talked about flow, but the journey of life isn't always smooth sailing.
Right.
There are bound to be challenges along the way.
Yeah.
How can we navigate those challenges in a way that not only allows us to bounce back, but actually become stronger?
That's where the concept of anti-fragility comes in.
Okay.
The book goes beyond this idea of resilience,
Right.
which is about bouncing back from setbacks, and introduces us to something even more powerful.
Oh, wow.
It uses this analogy of the mythical Hydra.
Okay.
Every time you cut off one of its heads,
Yeah.
2 more grow back.
Wow.
So it's not just about bouncing back.
Right. It's about getting stronger from challenges.
That's a great analogy.
It's about embracing uncertainty and even benefiting from disorder.
Anti-fragility, that's a powerful concept.
Yeah.
It's like turning obstacles into opportunities for growth. So how do we cultivate this anti-fragility in our own lives?
Well, the book outlines 3 key steps.
Okay.
The first is to create redundancies in our lives.
Okay.
This means diversifying our income streams,
Right.
our skill sets, our social networks,
Yeah.
even our interests.
Okay.
It's about not putting all of our eggs in one basket.
Right.
so that if one area of our life takes a hit,
Yeah.
we have other sources of support and fulfillment.